Welcome back to Slam Shenanigans. So this is the full story on the solar install. This is the first day where the guys showed up. So I was actually finishing burning here. They showed up the night before to drop some stuff off. Here's our clean slate. This is where it's going. And I ended up finishing that nighttime burn, but it was kind of last minute. But, you know, it's the way it always goes here. So the first thing they did is kind of just did a little extra grading for me to make sure that once the array went in, I'd have a way to get down there. So super great company. This is SIG, Solar Installation Group. Phenomenal family-owned thing, family-owned business, sorry. So here's I think this is the very first hole we tried. And somewhere in here, you'll hear some of the rocks that we hit. If you follow my channel, you know that I live in an area where there's basically, if you haven't hit a rock, you just haven't hit it yet. We had to actually position this to where we could, we had somewhat of an idea that it wouldn't be too much rock because a lot of this is what they call lava cap. And basically it's just thousands of years old where it's just lava flow that's kind of turned into either DG or solid rock, and DG is decomposed granite. It's not really like red lava like you'd see in Hawaii and stuff like that, but they still call this lava cap from thousands of years ago. This is the guys hitting rocks, dealing with it. We actually did a test hole about a month before they did this install, about 30 feet past the skid steer as we're looking at it now. And it was about 3.5 feet deep. So I basically moved a little bit of dirt here and kind of somewhat leveled this area and made sure that we had compacted fill that we could dig down in for these boreholes for the poles that support the array. So when I say rocks, we have rocks. That's not a real big one because a person can lift it. He was a beast. Just chucked it out of the way there. He's actually standing in the hole. And they had to bring out their rock bit pretty quick. This thing was a beast, so they just sat there and just went round and around. And they do a lot of systems up here, so they say sometimes the hole can take 2 hours, which is just nuts. But again, SIG, Solar Installation Group, highly recommend these guys. Just family-owned, good people, good down-to-earth people, hard-working people. Their entire crew, even if they're not part of the family, is just fantastic. So just more shots of this guy grinding on this hole, really putting the pressure to it. And they have some fun too. So I let him get up on the wife's swing here. This is one of the guys. I'm going to leave it in here. Hopefully he doesn't get too upset because it was fun. Had a little bit of a break there at the end of the day. This is the power line going from where the array is behind that down to where my service pole is. So they knocked this out in like half an hour. It was not too rocky, which is great. Had to come around the garden. You'll see some activity in future videos in that garden. Here's some of the holes and the final, putting the stub up for the power conduit. And I think this is the day where we're getting ready to pour here pretty soon. There's the stub up. This is the ditch. Oh, fill in the ditch. They're going to fill in the ditch here first. I forgot I had these clips. Great attention to detail. Didn't tear up my place hardly at all. They left it as good or better when they left. So this is just them filling it in. I'm trying not to say names. I got to know these guys really well, so I know the names of pretty much all the brothers and the dad that owns it. The company, I mean, the brothers own the company with the dad now too, and all the workers. This gentleman here actually had his son out on the last couple days. I was unfortunately away when they actually installed the array, but I'll add some pictures here at the end to show you what it finished up with, and then a printout actually too of what it's producing now. It's up and running. Here's the cement day. Here's some of the first holes being filled. So basically, they fill the holes with the cement. And then they put the poles in and line them up and then kind of finish them to where they're crowned off to where water doesn't collect. Rust out the poles. This is one of the guys, the son's son here, finishing that little hole. There they are. I think it was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 or 12 of these things. But yeah, super happy with the installation. This is the dad coming in, one of the last days of the install part before the actual array was installed. So the equipment's going to go out today. They brought in a skid steer. She saw auger in the holes and leveling some stuff. It's leveling and trimming up right now after all the poles are set. We had the inspector in that day, and the excavator for digging the ditch for the service line from the service pole to the panel on the array. So just trying to show you guys as much as I could. Like I said, I was working the whole time these guys were installing this, so it's only kind of tidbits here and there, but you'll kind of get the idea of how a professional company installs a solar system. And this is these are some pretty bad conditions here. So here's the father of all the sons, the original founder of the company. And here they are taking some of the equipment out. To me, it was kind of a sad day, but and then the day that they actually finished up there, the salesman came by with some swag for me. So I got some really cool hats and some shirts. They know how to take care of their customers and make them feel good. So that was nice. So the next clip here we'll see is the finished system. So unfortunately, I didn't take a picture right away of the system when it was really clean. They actually put the system up when I was gone, but here it is, and it's producing great. So I'm gonna throw in a picture here of what it actually produces on a day. It's usually averaging anywhere from about 74 to 75 kilowatt, I think it's hours, but it's doing fantastic. It's funny, it's just kind of, I watched the program, and it's neat to see what it produces. And we just recently had a power outage, and so you see when the power goes out, because as the power goes out, because it's grid tied, it actually takes and knocks out a chunk of the power, so you're not producing anything to keep the guys on the line safe. But anyways, that's the full story that I promised you in the short. Just follow me and hit that subscribe button if you like this stuff, and I'm just gonna have a lot of contact coming up here in the future. Thanks. So last minute ad here. If you want to use this company, it's called SIG Solar Installation Group. They're out of Oakdale. The link is in the description below. Feel free to tell them that Slam Shenanigans sent you, and they'll know who it was. Thanks for watching.